Good morning, USA.
Yo 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 yo.
Good morning, Angela Yee.
Good morning, DJ MV.
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. It's Tuesday.
Yes, it's Tuesday.
And it is officially holiday party season. Okay, I'm already holiday partied out. All right, I think I've got the most important holiday party out, which was our party last night.
That one I wasn't necessarily going to go to.
I wasn't going to go to.
And then I got a call that says you're coming tonight, right? And I said, so the kids have something. They was like, all right, well, you have a party tonight in the city. So if you have a party tonight, you can make it to your party. You better make it to this holiday party.
It's the thing about your corporate party, right? Like your corporate one of your places of employment. All you gotta do is show face.
Yeah,
that's all. Show face, and if you can stick around for the big group picture, cool. If you can't, at least you was there.
I seen you for 62 seconds.
Hey man, you know me. You know me. In and out is the motto. Okay.
I thought I was in there for 2 minutes. He was in there for 62 seconds.
When I was walking out, you was walking in.
I know.
And he looking at me like, "Oh, you leaving?" Yes, I am. All right. I had enough. It was cool.
I spun around and got it right out of there as well.
So I'll get a couple of appetizers, you know what I'm saying? Eat a slider or two and keep it moving. That's all.
All right.
That's all.
Well, happy holidays, everybody.
I got about 3 more this week, but guess how many I'm going to?
How many?
0. I'm about to say maybe 1, but it'll probably be 0. Yeah.
I got to do one later on. I got to do one on Thursday.
Nah.
I got to go to.
I'm over it.
All right. Well, this morning we got, is Exhibit stopping through today? No Exhibit today. I thought Exhibit was stopping through. Okay.
He thought he was too.
He thought he was too?
He was posting and everything.
Oh, damn it, man. Well, shout out to Exhibit. All right. Now,
I mean, he can still stop through. Maybe.
Maybe.
It's possible. All things are possible.
It's a possibility.
It is Jesus' birthday, right? So all things are possible through Christ who strengthens us all.
My goodness. Now, I really got to start my Christmas, my holiday shopping. I haven't started yet.
You a fool.
I did my mom, my pops, my wife, and the older kids. I got to do the little kids because there's no toy stores. Target and...
Bro, stop it, man. Stop saying this.
I like to touch the toys.
Amazon Prime exists. Wow. Amazon, wow.
The kids' toys.
Maybe we know, okay?
You know what?
You want to revisit that since we're celebrating 8 years of the Breakfast Club? Would you like to revisit your alleged touching of toys?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about. But as I was saying, I like to touch the kids' toys before I buy them, before I purchase them. That's what I like to do. I like to make sure. The LOL dolls, I don't know what a LOL doll is. I'm like, what's that kid that makes money playing with the toys? I don't know. The kid makes millions of dollars playing with toys.
Bro, Amazon Prime is your friend. Okay, you don't have to be in the toy store.
But don't you want to touch the toy, feel the toy, see the toy,
shake the toy? I don't think toys come in sizes. All right? I think you buy the toy and it's the toy. Toys aren't smalls, mediums, larges, extra larges. I don't think you have to go through that when it comes to the kids, bro. Okay, just buy the toys.
All right. Well, let's get the show cracking. Front page news, what are we talking about?
A really tragic situation that happened in the Bronx. A woman who was forced to give birth while she was handcuffed.
All right, we'll get into all that when we come back. Keep it locked. And don't forget, and we got to say good morning to our newest family member. Loud 103 in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Loud 103.3.
Yeah, Loud 103.3 in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Good morning, guys. I'm a family member.
Fort Wayne. Fort Wayne has joined the club.
Yes.
For whatever reason.
Good morning to you guys, all right? And we got the show cracking, so don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Now, last night in Monday Night Football, the Seahawks beat the Vikings 21-7. Now, what else are we talking about here?
Well, let's talk about the NYPD. This video was heartbreaking. You see a woman who is sitting on the floor in a government welfare office. It was very crowded in there. There were no seats. She had her 1-year-old son with her, and that's when security was trying to tell her to get up and move, but there was nowhere to sit. I think it's disturbing also that nobody would give this woman with her 1-year-old child a seat. That's when the police were called. Security called the police, and that's when the situation escalated unnecessarily. They started trying to pull the child from her mother's arms, and now the woman has been arrested. All because of this situation. Really sad, and when you see the video, you'll feel even more disturbed by how they treated her. She's in social services, trying to make sure she gets whatever it is that she needs from the government at the government welfare office, and instead things escalated like that. Her name is Jasmine Headley. She's 23 years old. She faces 4 charges in this incident, including resisting arrest, acting in a manner injurious to a child, obstructing governmental administration, and criminal trespass.
Well, prayers go up for Jasmine Headley, sending positive energy to her, and once once again, the police are putting people in a situation like, how, if that was the mother of your child or your wife and your kid, how as a man are you supposed to sit around and allow that to happen?
You're not supposed to.
Like how? Like, you putting us in situations that none of us want to be in. Like, you're putting my integrity in jeopardy, because there's no way I can sit around and watch that happen to somebody I love. Come on, man.
Now, a woman from the Bronx was 40 weeks pregnant, and she went into labor while she was in a holding cell. The police then took her to a local hospital, and they handcuffed her to the bed and shackled her ankles while she was giving birth. Is that crazy? Now, they told her at the hospital, the doctor said, look, this is not good for her. She has to be able to get these restraints removed. It would harm the mother, but the guard would not allow that to happen. And she had to endure an hour of excruciating labor pains before the guard would finally free one of her arms.
That's crazy.
Really sad what people are doing. Also, a 9-year-old.
Not people, the police.
A 9-year-old has committed suicide because classmates were taunting her and telling her to kill yourself, all because she was friends with a white boy. They said, you think you're white because you ride with that white boy? You ugly black bee, just die. And they were telling her to kill herself, and she did end up hanging herself where her grandmother found her in the house.
People are cruel, man, and that is so sad. And I experienced it a lot. My daughter went to the winter formal, and she took one of our neighbor's sons. His name is Eric, and he's white. And people were like, "Oh, you don't date no brothers." And I actually put on the post. I said, disclaimer: yes, I know the young man is white. I don't tell my kids to date black, to date Spanish, to date this. I tell them to date who makes you feel good and who treats you with respect. And that's how it should be.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's definitely what happened to me even when I was in 6th grade. When I was in 6th grade, I used to hang with all the white kids. I had glasses and my little fanny pack, and I was in all the little smart classes.
You wore a fanny pack?
Yes, I did. And all my little thug cousins was not having it. They used to bully me all the time for hanging around them, those white kids all the time.
And that's foul. I mean, kids should be able to hang out who they want to hang out and not have to feel any pressure, but that's a sad situation, sad story.
All right. Our condolences to her family.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, sorry.
Right. And that's front page news. Yeeks. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you're upset, you need to vent, hit us up right now. 800-585-1051. You can call us up right now if you're upset, you need to vent. Or if you feel blessed and want to spread some positivity, 800-585-1051. Get it off your chest. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Whether you're mad or blessed.
So you better have the same energy.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Yo, this is Lou out of Dallas.
Lou, what's popping? Get it off your chest.
Good morning, Breakfast Club. It's always a humbling experience to get through to y'all. Hey, I just want to give a shout out to my girl, man. Giving thanks to God, who is now in remission after a long fight of breast cancer.
Wow.
And yeah, she's finishing up her radiation next week. So man, just grateful for that.
Absolutely.
Yes,
man.
prayers up for that, my brother.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, DJ Envy, where do we purchase those sweaters and shirts that say "My God versus my enemy"?
It's Body of God, but I'll send you some shirts for Christmas, man. I'll send you and your wife a size. Hold on, let me. What size are you? What size is your wife?
She's a small, and I'm kind of small. I'm about Charlemagne. I'm about Charlemagne size, man.
First of all, I'm fun size. I'm fun size, sir.
So I send her a small and you a medium, brother.
Okay, I definitely appreciate that, man.
You hold on and I'll get your address, man. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, man, and we'll pray for her.
I do wear a medium now, thank God. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you noticed how streamlined this body been getting.
Shut up. Hello, who's this?
Hi, how you doing? My name is Boyka. I just want to say I'm blessed.
Boyka.
What does Boyka mean?
Boyka, it's well, my name. I don't know if you guys watch the movie Undisputed. The guy name is Boyka with Michael Jai White. So his first name, we share the same first name, so that's why I get the name Boyka from. My boys give me that name.
Never saw it. Last movie I saw with Michael Jai White was Spawn.
Nah, you never seen the first one with Vin Rames when they had the first one when he fought what's his name in jail when they had the boxing match, but they made a second one.
I think I vaguely remember, but continue.
So I just want to say that I'm blessed. Me and my friend Joseph Setti, we started Wealth Fitness. It's a personal training facility, and I would like to see if you guys could come through. We give you a free tryout. Just come through, man, and it's personal fitness training facility. It's called Wealth Fitness.
Okay.
Do you train Michael Jai White?
No, I wish I could, bro. I wish we could. Hey, he's welcome if he wants to. It's in Brooklyn.
Don't Michael Jai White and Omari Hardwick remind you of the same person?
Physically, yeah, physically. They both built like the same.
They got
You
nice
look at
bodies?
them, yeah.
They got nice bodies?
Hey, look, listen, man. Look, I worked out too. You know, I understand what
Man, just say they got a nice body. Why everybody just say it?
They do. Let me
That's all. Gosh. Masculinity's so fragile.
Hey, you're right. You know what I'm saying? And they do. And, you know, like I said, man, you guys are welcome to come to our facility, man, you know. So I just want to say shout out to Joseph Setti. That's my brother. You know, Well Fitness BK, man.
All right, bro. Thank
everybody.
you.
Thank you very much, brother. Really appreciate it.
All right, bro. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
If you got something on your mind, let it out.
Hello, who's this?
Angel.
Hey, what's up, Angel? Get it off your chest.
Hey, man, I just want to congratulate you guys for being on the air as long as you guys have. I actually started listening to you guys by accident because I thought it was an alternative station when I first heard it smells like Teen Spirit, and I never looked back.
Oh, man, we appreciate that, brother.
Yes,
what a
sir.
nice mistake.
So congratulations on that. And also, Envy, I want to tell you that every time I need some motivation, man, I just jump on your Instagram page and I look at you, your kids, your family, and it motivates me to do better, man.
All right, thank you. That's the reason I do it, man. And that's why I put all the real estate up there as well and all my jobs as well to show you that it's not easy and it takes a grind.
All right, man. Thanks a lot, guys.
Have a good morning, bro.
You too.
Hello.
Yo, what up, Envy? What up, Angela? It's Snack Man.
Yo, what
Hey,
happened to you
Snack
last
Man.
week, man?
Yo, I got a joke for you. Angela,
All right.
Okay, I'm ready.
why doesn't Santa Claus have any children?
Oh, boy.
Why?
Because he only comes once a year and is down a chimney.
Farts, please, drum. Please fart all over
Thank you.
Snack Man's head.
Thank you,
Have a
Snack
good day,
Man.
Angela. You're welcome.
If he'd have just left it at only once a year, the joke would have been decent. What does the chimney have to do with anything?
Hello, who's this?
This is Nancy.
Hey, mama, get it off your chest.
Well, I have something positive to share. First of all, I want to say I'm huge fans of you guys, and thank you so much for everything that you do every single day
Okay.
and bringing the positive vibe.
Thank you, mama.
Trey Songz says otherwise.
Well, I just wanted to share with you guys something that I thought was really cool. I am 46. My boyfriend is 48. We are actually getting married on Friday.
Congratulations.
Thank you, for the first time for both of us. So it's just super exciting. I never thought in my lifetime I would find someone like this. And I just wanted to share the positive vibe and say, man, love is good. And
Absolutely.
God is good.
Love is absolutely positively good. Well, say his name. Let the world know.
His name is Maurice.
All right, Maurice.
They definitely had some great sex last night.
We definitely did.
I know. When you calling at 6 a.m. singing his praises like that, you could tell they definitely got it in last night. God bless you.
Have a good morning, mama. Hello, who's this?
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Chantel. I called a couple weeks ago. I go by the womb sister. I was telling you I was a doula.
Oh, okay. What's up, mama?
And I'm just really calling because I'm pissed about hearing the news about the lady who had to give birth.
Ooh, while she was
Basically
handcuffed.
shackled to the bed. Like, honestly speaking, I understand if you're arrested or whatever, you might feel like you're trying to break away. But I don't really think that people have the compassion for women when they're going through labor. It hurts. I don't see her busting through a door, kicking down a police back, and trying to get away while she's trying to push a baby out. You know what I'm saying?
That's impossible. I would love to see the superwoman that could do that.
Exactly, and that would be a complete unicorn. It does not exist, and there's so many hormones that start to operate when you give birth that needs to take place that is so helpful towards this baby. They traumatized this woman, and from this day forward, she will always be traumatized about birth for the rest of her life. I get so many clients who are traumatized, and this time it was the police that interfered, but I get a lot of clients who are traumatized by their hospital births, and I have to work with them on building confidence and letting them know that I'm going to have their back and that they're safe. It's hell. So we really need to get up, wake up, and start standing by our women. There was no reason for her feet to be shackled, her hands to be shackled.
You're right.
That don't even seem ethical.
Not at all.
What is she going to do? Get up and run out? I mean, it sounds crazy. And she's already said that she's thinking about how is she going to explain this to her child at some point.
And you know what's crazy? Where were the women police officers? Like, it had to be at least some women police officers in there who would have some empathy.
I'm surprised the doctor allowed it. I'm
Well,
surprised
the doctor didn't want that. The doctor was begging them.
They had no choice.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. That's all I'm just here. So anybody who's listening, women, get together. try to make these changes. Stand up for your birth, please. Like, just one doula, a couple of doulas. We can't all do it by ourselves. We need everybody to stick together to change something.
All right. Well, thank you so much for calling in with that.
Thank you. I'm the Womb Sister. Bye.
Bye-bye now. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, you can hit us up at any time. Now, we got rumors on the way?
Yes, the resale value of these shoes have gone from the retail price of $60 to $900. We'll tell you what they are, and maybe you'll want to get your hands on them.
All right, we'll get into that next. Keep it locked. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Hey, MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast
Happy
Club.
holidays.
Yes, happy holidays.
Have we played the DMX Jingle Bells thing yet?
Not up here. No, we played on our social. Not up here yet.
Come on, let's get that in the rotation.
We ain't played Run yet either. That's the only really hip-hop Christmas joint, right? Run's joint.
Chris Brown and Jules Santana Run?
No, man. Run DMC.
Oh, Run DMC. Come on, man. Say
Christmas
that.
in Harlem.
It's 2018.
I said Christmas in Hollis.
It's 2018. You got to say Run DMC. Don't just say Run, okay?
All right.
I get it, because we old, but come on.
All right. Well, let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Crocs.
It's about time.
What's going on?
Rumor report. This is the Rumor Report.
Talk to him.
With Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
Well, Post Malone seems to have had the Midas touch. He put out a pair of Crocs, the Crocs collab.
They was white,
His
weren't they?
second Crocs collab is already reselling for $900. Now, you could have bought it the day that it came out for $60, but it sold out in less than a day, and now the value has skyrocketed. So,
Too much goddamn mayonnaise.
That's right, mayonnaise-colored Crocs, courtesy of Post Malone.
all right, now Janelle Monáe is joining the cast of Gloria Steinem's biopic, The Glorias, A Life on the Road. That should be pretty exciting. Julianne Moore is already in that, as well as Alicia Vikander. I actually went to go see that play last week. Gloria Steinem has a play about her life called Gloria, A Life. Now, if you don't know who Gloria Steinem is, she is known as a person who was a journalist back in the 60s who ultimately turned what she was doing as a journalist into the feminist movement. So she was very visible in that. If you have a chance to see her play Gloria, A Life, it's incredible. But when she talks about everything that she's gone through, amazing story. So I'm excited to see that. And I'm glad Janelle Monáe has joined that cast as well. All right, Kevin Hart. Imagine you go to his show and you have to access your cell phone. Now,
Oh, imagine that.
Well, yes, you got kicked out for that reason, Envy.
I sure did.
For using your cell phone. Now, a woman is suing. She's saying she got kicked out of the show because she needed to use her cell phone to check her blood sugar. She's diabetic. She said she was at the show in San Diego in July when she started feeling ill. She suspected it was because of low blood sugar, so she opened up a cell phone app which monitors her blood sugar levels. Obviously, you can't use the phone, and she says that she was with her wife. They were escorted to a medical tent. She tried to explain again why she had to use her phone, and they were ejected from the venue and didn't even get a refund.
Well, the thing about those shows, like Kevin Hart show or whoever show, they have areas that you can go use your phone in case of an emergency.
Correct.
So she could have went to that area to check her blood sugar.
Right. She said she was trying to explain, why she had to use it at that moment because she was dizzy, but she just wants to get her money back.
And that could have just been a good excuse. My blood sugar level is low. I just wanted to check my blood sugar. I would say that too if I got caught bootlegging Kevin Hart show.
All right, now,
I don't think she was bootlegging that.
Yeah, Tory Lanez was handcuffed outside of Club Live. Now, some people were saying that he got arrested. He was in an altercation.
Was he having a baby?
Well, here's what he had to say.
I was not involved in none of that dumb shit last night, you heard? Bunch of bull. I ain't gonna get into this or that because I ain't see nothing.
All right, in addition to that, he also weighed in on this whole king of R&B talk, and here's what he had to say.
Jay Holiday, we ain't heard your suffocate. The last time I seen Tyrese, the was beefing with The Rock, and he was putting out a rap album. Now you wanna come over here and talk about some R&B to the young Stop that shit. Let the young be the young because at the end of the day, y'all wanna stop a from coming out here and saying he the best, but the out here, he going hard.
See what happens when people get their hairline restored? That confidence sound different now. Tory Lanez always been a little cocky, but he got a different level of confidence now that he got that hairline back.
Always been cocky.
You don't hear it? Drop on the clues bomb with Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez got an Instagram voice. Think of listening out Tory Lanez on Instagram and then go listen to some of his interviews when he just talking. He don't sound like that. He got an Instagram voice.
All right, now Tekashi 6ix9ine is not going to take a plea deal in that federal racketeering case, according to his attorney. He's not going to do that. I guess they're planning to take the whole thing to trial. He said a plea deal is simply off the table, even if the feds offer one. So Tekashi 6ix9ine and the crew members are facing a total of 17 charges.
The feds ain't offering him a deal. They don't know if they're going to take it or not until they get it off of
Well,
that
he
deal.
said, yeah, even if they do, I guess they're planning to maintain his innocence.
Okay.
All right, I'm Angela Yee, and that is your rumor report.
All right. Now, when we come back, we got front page news. What are we talking about?
We are going to be talking about a horrific incident where a woman was handcuffed while she was giving birth and shackled.
All right. And good morning to our newest family member, Loud 1033 in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Good morning.
Fort Wayne.
What'd I
I've never
say?
been to Fort Wayne, Indiana ever.
Oh, I said Fort Wayne there. Well,
I
good
didn't
morning,
say you
guys.
didn't say it. I
You
was
said
just
Fort Wayne like I said it wrong.
No, I was just reiterating, shouting out Fort Wayne, Mr. Sensitive.
I thought maybe I
Mr.
said
Insecurity.
I
I know
said-
that you so used to mispronouncing words.
I
that
thought
you,
maybe I said Lil Wayne.
What
That's
I
what I
say
thought I
exactly? I say Little Wayne, Country Wayne.
That's Lil Wayne. I thought I said Fort Wayne.
Wayne Brady.
I know
Wayne
what I-
Brady,
I know
Indiana.
what's up with Wayne. Well, good morning to you guys, Loud 1033. All right. When we come back, front page news, so don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Drum, all of these kings of R&B discussions, and nobody mentioning my bruh Lil Duval. Drop one of the clues bombs for Lil Duval, okay? When that second single drop, y'all gonna know who the real king of R&B is for this generation, all right? And he 41, okay? 41 years old and the king of R&B for this generation.
My goodness.
Jacquees don't want those problems.
It's Jacquees.
Jacquees don't want those problems, bruh.
All right. All right, well, let's get in some front page news. In Monday Night Football, the Seahawks beat the Vikings 21-7. Now, what else we talking about, you?
Well, there's a new Nissan GTR sports car that is going to start at about $1.1 million. The original one was about $100,000, which is already expensive, but they had done another one that was a concept car. It was so positive with the reaction they got that they decided to make 50 of them available. Have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
All right. Well, I
know the Nissan GTR is one of those cars that a lot of people buy if you want to beat a Ferrari or beat a Lamborghini, but don't want to spend Ferrari or Lamborghini prices. You could probably get a Nissan GTR anywhere for about $60,000, $70,000. So a lot of people get those cars, but I didn't know a $1 million one. That's crazy.
Yeah, so
I don't go chasing GTRs. I stick to the Cadillac Escalades with 300,000 miles on it that I'm used to.
Well, we talked about this horrifying story earlier, and one of our friends who is a doula called in during Get It Off Your Chest, and she was very upset about this. Doctors in the Bronx at Montefiore Medical Center warned the police that a woman who was was arrested. She went into labor. She was 40 weeks pregnant. They took her to the hospital. The police took her to the hospital, where they actually handcuffed her to the bed and had her ankles shackled. Now, the doctors were warning that those restraints would hinder and hurt her while she was trying to give birth, but the guard would not allow them to uncuff her. Finally, they allowed her to take off just one handcuff while she was giving birth, and then did not remove the shackles or anything until she was just about to give birth. So really horrifying situation for a woman. Yeah, and that's
very sad.
The Bronx. Now, Google says a Google Plus bug has affected 52.5 million people. So they're shutting down their Google Plus social network. Did you have that? Google Plus? Well, they're saying there was a bug that revealed millions of customers' private information to software developers. So a lot of people were affected, over 50 million people affected by that. So now they're saying that app developers had access to this data for 6 days, even though it was supposed to be private profile information that was not marked public. And so now they're saying that that Google Plus had low usage and acknowledged their significant challenges with maintaining a successful product. All right, that's your front page news.
All right, now when we come back, let's open up the phone lines.
Let's talk about it.
585-1051. We're talking about the king of R&B.
Now, how did this conversation start? It started with Jacquees saying what?
Jacquees, we're going to play it right here.
Just want to let everybody know that I'm the king of R&B right now for this generation. I understand who done came and who done did that and that and that, but now it's my time.
All right,
and now it's turned into an R&B Royal Rumble with all of these R&B artists jumping into the ring to say that they're the real king of R&B, right?
Right, and we'll talk about this when we come back, and we're going to take your phone calls. 800-585-1051. Who is the king of R&B?
Now, is this a generational thing?
Yes.
Or what are we talking about? This generation?
This generation.
So what do we call this generation? What's the time span?
I would say the last 10 years.
Only 10?
This generation, yeah.
All right, okay. I'll do a decade. So this generation, the last decade. All right.
Yeah.
It's not Jacquees.
Because if you go over 10, then you got to add.
I mean, if you're talking about generational, you're talking about Marvin Gaye, you're talking about James Brown, you're talking about Prince, you're talking about Ray Charles, you're talking about Luther Vandross. Like, that's a broad spectrum.
So we're talking about the last 10.
Last decade.
That would be your Ushers. That would be your Trey Songz.
Usher hasn't really been red hot the last decade, but I see what you're saying.
Miguel's.
I got Miguel.
Chris, we'll talk about it when we come back. All right?
And Little Duval.
I'm not adding Lil Duval in this.
You can't add. Oh, you can add Jacquees, but not Lil Duval.
It's Jacquees.
I don't know what his name is.
What about T-Pain? Nobody said T-Pain.
Last 10 years, T-Pain hasn't been hot like that.
Damn it, man.
But I get it. I would put him in there.
All right, we'll talk about it when we come back. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. DJ, MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. Now, if you just joined us, we're talking King of R&B. Who the King of R&B is in this new generation right now?
Now, why did this conversation start?
It started from Jacquees, and let's hear what he had to say.
Just want to let everybody know that I'm the king of R&B right now for this generation. I understand who done came and who done did that and that and that, but now it's my time.
Now, keep in mind, your Uncle Charlotte is 40 years old. I've never met Jacquees. I had no idea Jacquees was even an R&B singer. I thought he was a rapper.
Well, I like Jacquees as a singer, so I will say that song, You, is my song. I sing it all the time.
Is he the king of R&B, though?
I don't know if I would call him the king of R&B, but I appreciate that he could feel that way. Now, Jay Holiday weighed in on the conversation and
why
said
do we
this.
care what Jay Holiday had to say?
Because it was funny.
That bull that man said, there's 3 kings of R&B. The first one sold 20 million on his first album.
Are you valet?
I'm not valet, baby. Not with a Gucci jacket on. I'm not valet, baby. The second king of R&B is from Chicago. And the third one is from Tappahannock. 4 and 5 right here.
The nerve of these.
So the nerve of these.
Yeah, the best thing about Jay Holiday's conversation right here was the lady asking if he was valet.
The best thing about Jay Holiday's conversation is that he acting like being a valet is a bad thing. It's mad valets out there that's like, I would rather be this than Jay Holiday right now.
Right. And Bobby Valentino weighed in on the conversation as well.
Why do we care about what Bobby Valentino had to say?
Bobby Valentino has some hit songs.
He had a great classic album, his first album.
First of all, the king of R&B, or kings, plural, they're both dead. All right? After that, you got R. Kelly. Then you got Usher. Then you got a couple other guys at 3 and 4 that, you know, could go either way. Then after that, it's up for discussion. The best way to hash things out is let's put a tour together. Everybody gonna bring out a different crowd, and we let the people decide.
I would like to say that all of these brothers are black men, so they are all kings and gods, whether they know it or acknowledge it. That's number one. And they all should believe they are kings. But a lot of these brothers are just capping, because majority of the people jumping into this conversation, nobody considers them the kings of R&B. When you're in the barbershops, in the hair salons, and on social media, you ain't arguing about Bobby Valentino and Jay Holiday being no goddamn king of R&B. So I don't even know why we discussing a lot of these people. But if I'm picking a king of R&B for this generation, his name is Miguel.
Well, Kevin Hart had something to say. Let's.
Man, come on, man. Y'all playing. Now y'all just playing. Stop it.
It's crazy that my name ain't even getting mentioned.
Talk to him, King. Come on.
Well, if I...
No.
Well, if I...
No, we can't. A little bit more. Bring the octave down.
I ain't had no tea.
No.
Give me
Come
some.
on, you
Give me
got
a
it, King.
second.
Come on, appreciate
Here we go.
Come on.
Well, girl, if you don't know...
I thought Kevin was a rapper, too.
He sings too, as you can hear. Kevin can sing as well.
Listen.
Now let's have a real conversation.
The king of R&B for this generation is Miguel Jontel Pimento. Okay, his catalog consists of All I Want Is You, Kaleidoscope Dream, which is a classic, Wild Heart and War and Leisure. Adorn is absolutely the greatest R&B song of the last 20 years. That's my final answer.
All right, my final answer is Chris Brown, hands down. Chris Brown has had numerous hits, numerous number ones. He continues to do it. He's been doing it for the last 20 years, right? It has to be like 20 years.
No, it ain't been 20 yet.
You sure?
Nah, he came around like 02. 03. I remember interviewing Chris Brown in Columbia, South Carolina in like 02.
So 16 years, 15 years he's been doing it, 15 years, and consistently been putting up these hits, making great music. I got to give it to Chris Brown.
I will say this, Miguel and Chris Brown have the number 1 and number 2 R&B songs of the past 20 years to me, because I think Adorn is number 1, and I think Back to Sleep by Chris Brown is number 2. Can you play those this morning, Envy, please?
Yes.
Back to back?
Yes. What do you think, E?
I think, what are the parameters of this? Because I saw somebody, I think it was Tank was saying that, do you write your own music? Do you need a whole team of people to go in the studio? What is your performance like? What are we measuring this by? Does any of that matter? Because some people were saying R. Kelly, and
R. Kelly in the
I don't think R. Kelly in this generation.
So either. But there's people that I like Daniel Caesar. I think he's a great R&B artist. Chrissy Teigen threw her husband John Legend in the mix as well.
Is John this generation?
I don't
if
think
Chris
John
Brown is, I think John Legend is.
What was
Chris
John's
Brown and
last
John
hit?
Legend have been around for like the same amount of time, right?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
All right, well, let's go to the phone lines. 800-585-1051. Hello, who's this?
Nikki.
Nikki, we're talking King of R&B. Who's the King of R&B?
For this generation, it's a tie between Chris and Trey. I'm gonna have to say that.
Okay, Trey Songz.
Trey Songz and Chris.
I'm not mad at Trey being in the conversation. I don't think Trey has made as good as music as Chris Brown or Miguel has, but I'm not mad at him being in this conversation.
But he has put out a lot of music, though. It's just nobody gives him the attention like he needs it.
Well, that's your fault. Y'all the consumers.
All right. Well, let's
well, I do it. I'm his biggest fan. I'm his #1 fan, so I do it.
What about Jeremiah? Nobody thinks Jeremiah?
We don't even know what Jeremiah looks like. Jeremiah is a creative player that nobody's finished yet. It's like you started playing it, but then you got sidetracked, so you didn't put the rest of his features on.
Jeremiah
and give him
got some
powers.
songs I love, though.
All right. Well, let's do this. Let's play a mix right now of some of the biggest R&B artists right now, and then we'll have this conversation when we come back. 800-585-1051. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you just joined us, we're talking who the hottest or who the best, or I should say who the king of R&B is. Now,
For this generation.
From this generation. Now, this
and by this generation, we said what, last decade?
10 years. Yeah, last decade.
Okay.
Now, this conversation came from Jacquees, and this is what he said, which started and ignited the whole thing.
Just want to let everybody know that I'm the king of R&B right now for this generation. I understand who done came and who done did that and that and that, but now it's my time.
Now, I'm 40, so I'm not up on Jacquees like that. I know a lot of my young homies like Jacquees. But I thought he was a rapper. I thought he was Birdman's new Lil Wayne. I had no idea he sang.
I like every song Jacquees has put out.
Jacquees, I think Jacquees puts out good music, but I think King of R&B is a stretch.
Y'all didn't put Neo in the conversation?
Nobody said Maxwell.
Maxwell is not this generation. Could you follow your own rules?
He put out an album like 3 years ago.
You said new artists of the last 10 years, Envy. See? This is why people be calling you crazy right now.
I'm trying to think. So can we put Neo in there?
Neo's last 10 years. I think, yeah. Neo been at the head of the class for the last 10 years.
And Neo's a great songwriter.
He is.
I don't know how y'all fronting on Miguel, bro. Like,
I love Miguel. Everybody likes Miguel.
I don't think nobody's put out a better R&B catalog in the last 10 years than Miguel between his 4 albums, bro. And Adorn is absolutely going to be a song that is played 100 years from now at a barbecue if we still eating meat.
My goodness.
If there's any animals left.
Miguel's How Many Drinks is my favorite Miguel song.
Yeah, but that could be considered
or
a rape
drugs.
culture
I like
song
drugs.
at this point.
Hello, who's this?
Brittany.
Hey, Brittany. Who's the king of R&B?
Chris Brown.
I agree with you.
Brown.
All right, thank you, Mama.
I'm not mad at C-Breeze.
Chris Brown got a lot of love yesterday. I know he felt great because people was posting Chris Brown.
Hello, who's this?
Good morning. The best show in the universe. How you doing, Envy? This is Victor from Miami.
Good morning, sir.
Listen, I go back, bro, I'm like kind of Keith Sweat type of fan.
Stop. We're talking about it in the last 10 years. Let me pump your brakes.
I would say, Charlamagne, good morning, bro.
Good morning.
I would say the best Dominican in town, bro, Cardi B. I just had to say that. I would say Miguel, man.
Boom.
Miguel is amazing, bro. Miguel.
I think so, too.
You had to go to Keith Sweat to Cardi B to say Miguel.
That is just Miguel.
All right.
He's representing for his people. You heard him say he's Spantis.
Okay. You know, he said he's Spanish.
He said he's Dominican.
Or Dominican.
Dominican.
Yes, he's repping for his people.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, what's going on? Avery Charles from Houston, bro.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Not much, man. Look, man, like, I heard all the dudes that y'all was kind of naming. It seemed like y'all forgot some people. But the king of R&B over the past decade is none other than Mr. Chris Brown, bro.
I agree with you, man.
I'm not mad at Chris.
Chris Brown and Miguel up there.
Yeah, I'm not mad at Chris, man.
Y'all don't like Daniel Caesar?
Not a king of R&B.
Yeah, he's not in this talk conversation.
Hello, who's this?
AJ Wayne from Ohio.
What's up, man? We're talking king of R&B. What you think?
I honestly think that if you're going to claim king or queen or anything, you at least, got to have your own hits, your own solo hits, you know what I mean? He ain't got no Purple Rain. He ain't even got a Bodak Yellow. You know what I mean? So
who are you talking about?
I don't think Jacquees is the king of R&B.
Bodak Yellow is not an R&B song, sir.
But he ain't got one of those either. He don't have nothing like that.
Listen, we know listen. We know Jacquees is not the king of R&B. We're asking, who do you think is the king of R&B?
But he think he is.
Would you answer the question? Who do you think is the king of R&B, brother?
I think the king of R&B is Beyonce. I'm sorry.
Man, bye, man.
All right.
I mean, Beyonce is she is the king of the universe.
I guess we should have said male. I
thought king means male.
I thought people would know.
But it is 2018
Beyonce
now.
knows she a king, so not a problem.
It is 2018 now, so I guess you do have to be gender inclusive. So that means I'm a queen?
You are.
I know.
800. I bought you guys sneakers, and on the side of your sneakers says "Queen from Queens."
That's for you.
No, that's for you.
You from Queens.
I know, but
I've been calling you the queen from Queens for years.
But that's the only one I could get.
All right.
Queen. Anyway. All right. 800-585-1051. Who is the king of R&B?
Miguel.
Call us now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. V. Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. We're talking about the king of R&B. Now, this conversation came from Jacquees when he said this.
Just want to let everybody know that I'm the king of R&B right now for this generation. I understand who done came and who done did that and that and that, but now it's my turn.
So we're asking, who is the king of R&B? Y'all not gonna put Drake in that conversation?
Man, shut
He's
up.
not an
Drake did a
R&B
bunch
artist.
of R&B records.
No, Drake.
And they were all hits.
No, I put Drake. Honestly, Drake is in a different category because Drake and T-Pain and a lot of those guys like that, they have their own lane because they are rappers turned singers or singers turned rappers. They do a little bit of both, so I don't include him in this conversation. I'm telling you, man, Miguel is the king of R&B of this generation.
Chris Brown.
I'm not mad at Chris either, though.
Hello, who's this?
This is Zach from Charleston.
What's up, bro?
843, what's happening?
We're talking the king of R&B.
Yeah. So I hear a lot of names being thrown out there, but the one name I don't hear being thrown out there, which I think should, talent-wise, is Music Soul Child.
Man, that's not of the last 10 years.
He had a song in 2018. He had a song.
Man, the last 10 years, music has been the hustle.
Well, I think he's great, man.
We're talking about
Tory Lanez and all those guys.
But we're talking about the new. We're talking about artists that have emerged in the last 10 years, sir.
All right, but we appreciate you're a Music Soul Child fan.
My goodness.
Music Soul Child got one vote and one eye.
Hello, who's this?
Yeah, this is Ray from Florida.
Ray, how old are you, Ray?
52.
44.
All right, we know where you're going. Who's the king of R&B?
Chris Brown, man. That's a no-brainer.
I'm with you. I thought you was going to say Frankie Beverly and Maze, but I'm
He
with
ain't
you.
that old now. He said he's 44. You sitting there acting like you ain't 2 years behind him, like you wouldn't have been a freshman when he was a senior.
I'm longer than 2 years behind. I was in middle school.
Man, shut up.
Hello, who's this?
It's Lamar.
Lamar, who is the king of R&B?
All right, first of all, I appreciate talking, about this, about with some professionals out here. Listen, Chris Breezy gotta be the king.
I see it.
Let's talk facts. Let's talk facts. All right. If Bobby Brown was the king, he dated Whitney. My man Chris dated Rihanna. You know what I'm saying?
Can we talk about music? Can we talk about the music, sir?
Don't be a bird.
He's talking facts. Facts. More facts.
Streams. My man broke many records and streamed with that Face album.
Can we just talk about music?
Facts, guys.
I will say for Chris Brown, he has the best performance out of everybody too.
Definitely have the best performance out of everybody, and then everybody else is like Trey Songz is strictly for the females. They're sexy and all this other stuff. Chris Breezy does everything: females, youngins, girls, boys, everything. You know what I'm saying?
I think y'all. Listen, I'm not mad at Chris Brown at all because Chris Brown has my second favorite R&B song of the last 15 years, which is "Back to Sleep." Miguel has my number one R&B song, which is "The Dawn." But I really think y'all discriminate against Miguel because he's Mexican.
No,
for some reason, y'all have built a wall around the R&B kingdom, and y'all are keeping Miguel out. Even when I see the memes online, they do not have Miguel in these memes about who's the king of R&B. This is disrespectful.
Let's go to one more caller. Hello, who's this?
Yes, hi.
Can you take us off Bluetooth?
She got a Bluetooth. She about to tell us Luther Vandross is the king of R&B, and we tripping.
You know how to do it? You go to the top of your right phone, the iPhone, swipe down and push Bluetooth.
Go on and tell us Ron Isley the king of R&B one time, boo.
Hello?
I don't have Bluetooth.
There you go. All right, there you go. You got
Who's
it.
the king of R&B? James Brown?
Yeah, James Brown, of course.
No, seriously, who's the king of R&B?
Bobby Brown.
Okay, that's right in the same wheelhouse. You know what I'm saying? We around the same age, all right?
What's your favorite Bobby Brown song, Mama? I'm just curious.
Prerogative.
Can you sing it for me right fast?
It's my prerogative.
Hey.
I'ma do what I want to do.
Hey.
It's my prerogative. Hey.
Do
That's
what
what
I
you got.
want to
That's
do.
what you got.
How come as soon as you hear somebody sing Bobby Brown, you hear this in your head?
All right, thank you, Bob.
Bobby Brown is one of the kings of R&B. Let's not get it effed up, though.
He is.
All
one of
right?
the kings.
He's
He is.
a whole legend out here in these streets.
He definitely is. Now, what's the moral of the story?
The moral of the story, all those brothers is kings, and they should believe that they're the best. I don't even know why this is like a real conversation, because we acting like people in our generation didn't claim to be the king of everything. T.I. said he was the king of the South. Jay-Z and Biggie said they were the kings of New York. Like, Lil Wayne said he was the best rapper alive. Like, sometimes you got to claim things.
So
you know what I mean?
If they all kings, Jay Holiday's a king.
There's somebody. He's a black man. He's a king. You know what I'm saying?
And it was a good, friendly conversation that everybody had. So not mad at it at all.
All right. Well, when we come back, we got rumors. What we talking about?
Let's talk about I guess he could have been included in the conversation as well. Ty Dolla $ign arrested. We'll tell you what's going on.
All right. We'll get into
Why
that
is
next.
the Ty Dolla $ign in this conversation? I ain't heard nobody mention Ty. Is it because he looked too much like a rapper?
Looks a lot like a rapper. I will talk about it when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
It's the world's most dangerous morning show, the Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee, DJ Envy. Say it again. Say it again.
Hello. All right. Well, let's get to these rumors. Let's talk Ty Dolla $ign.
It's time. She's spilling the tea. This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
Well, this was some weird news. Ty Dolla $ign, they said, is staring down a possibility of more than a decade in prison. They said he was indicted on drug charges that include felony possession of cocaine. He has 3 counts of felony possession of cocaine, felony possession of THC, and misdemeanor possession of less than 1 ounce of weed. Now, his lawyer is saying it's not a big deal. They said Ty maintains his innocence, and there's no indication to the contrary. They also said that his jewelry and cash that were seized from him upon his arrest in September was ordered returned to him last week, which is another clear sign that this matter is coming to a close soon.
Why wasn't people mentioning Ty Dolla $ign's name in the whole King of R&B discussion? He's R&B, right?
He is R&B.
Yeah, they could have mentioned his name.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people threw themselves in the conversation too. The Dream is somebody else that could have been mentioned as well, unless he's out of the range of the past decade.
Yeah, I forgot about the Dream.
Yeah,
you could have put the Dream in there.
Maybe, yeah.
It was in 10 years. Yeah.
All right, Nicki Minaj. Everybody's talking about her new boyfriend, who was actually an old boyfriend. It was a relationship that she had with him back when she was younger, living in Queens. His name is Kenneth Petty, and she says that he's one of her first loves. What else everybody is talking about is they're saying that he was convicted of first-degree attempted rape back in 1995. Now, according to sources close to Nicki, they said that he was dating the victim, and the mother filed the charges because she didn't approve of him, and both he and his victim were 16 at the time. So we don't know exactly what the situation is behind this conviction, but that's what sources are saying.
So he caught a body too, right?
Yeah,
manslaughter charge.
Yeah, they are saying that he did go to jail for 7 years for manslaughter as well. So don't know enough information, but you know, Nicki Minaj appears to be very much in love with him.
Was that on his Tinder profile? Like, what was how did people pull up all these allegations?
I'm sure they Googled his name.
Yeah, I think if you Google his name, certain things come up. And I'm
Gotcha.
sure people know him as well, you know, so.
Well, she's happy.
She posted a picture with him, and she said, they want to talk. Let's give him something to talk
That's
about.
all that matters. She
Is
happy?
she happy?
That's all that matters.
Drop on a clues bomb for Nicki Minaj if she's happy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Cardi B was also on CBS this morning, and this was over the weekend after she found out she was nominated for 5 Grammy Awards. And on that interview, she talks about some of her achievements on the Billboard charts and all of that. And she also talks about beefing with Nicki Minaj. And she does admit that it was bad for business.
It's unnecessary, but am I ever embarrassed about anything that I don't know?
Is it good for business or bad for business?
I think it's bad for business. You know, a lot of people like to say, oh, publicity is good publicity. To me, it's not, because that takes away of people paying attention to your craft. They just want to see drama.
She's absolutely correct.
Now, she also says that although certain things that, she's done, she's just not... It's unnecessary, but she said she's not apologizing or embarrassed by some of the recent drama that she's had. She said, am I embarrassed by anything I do? No. All right, Lauren London and Parker McKenna are going to be starring in a Tracy Edmonds BET drama series. So that should be interesting. It's called Games Divas Play. Now, it was just recently Lauren London's birthday. So happy belated birthday to Lauren London. And people are speculating that she and Nipsey Hussle got married because of this TMZ clip.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Lauren.
Thank you. To this boss, phenomenal woman right here. So
to your what?
To my wife, to my girl. Happy birthday.
You know, he said my wife to my girl. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, what is a ceremony anyway? It's just a ceremony. If that is his wife,
Yeah.
regardless of if they ever walk down the aisle or not.
The two of them are very cute together, so who knows? But yeah. All right, now 50 Cent. He has that $150 million deal with Starz, and that's also going to include 3 spinoffs. One of them is a prequel to Power, and here's what 50 Cent had to say about that.
The prequel is my spinoff concept because I get a chance to come back. I'm dead. It's cool though. It gets a chance to show the world where all of these characters grew in. So you can see the defining moments that develop the imperfections that people are attracted to at the moment.
Now, how many seasons of a Power prequel do I need? Because I would think that all could be, put together in a little mini series, maybe.
Could be. Mm-hmm.
3-4 episodes. Do I need 5-6 seasons of a prequel of Power to get to this point?
I'm not sure, but we do know that all the spinoffs will be moving simultaneously. So, and I guess Kanan's going to be one of the main characters in this prequel. So, we here for it? Yes.
I'm gonna watch it.
I'll watch it.
I'm invested in Power enough to where I would care for a prequel.
All right, and Power had an unfortunate incident that happened on set. One of the members of the crew died on set. Really sad situation. Pedro Jimenez. 50 Cent posted a condolences message. He said, "My prayers and condolences are with the entire Jimenez family." Apparently, he was going to move some cones so people couldn't park, and he got hit by a 2006 Ford Explorer. It happened at 4:30 a.m. So they are very deeply saddened by the loss of one of the members of Power. I'm sure it was really hard for everybody on set. Lala, Joseph Sikora, Notori, Omari Hardwick, they all posted messages with their condolences. It has to be hard to deal with while you're filming and you guys become such a family. All right, I'm Angela Yee, and that is your rumor report.
All right, thank you, Miss Yee. Now, when we come back, Charlamagne, who are you giving that donkey to?
I need Jay Holiday to come to the front of the congregation because, in life, if you don't humble yourself, life will.
Absolutely. All right, we'll get into that next. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Some real donkey.
It's time for Donkey of the Day. So if you ever feel I need to be a donkey, man, hit me with the heat.
Did she get donkey today? Please tell me.
Absolutely. I have become donkey of the day.
The Breakfast Club, bitches.
You're a donkey.
Yes, donkey of the day for Tuesday, December 11th goes to a young man named Jay Holiday. Y'all remember Jay Holiday, right? Y'all remember this record from 2007, don't you? You don't have it?
Well, it says clip. That's not the right clip.
Bed, put you to bed.
Put you to bed.
There you go. Sing it, and just play a little part. Is it? You don't have it?
It's
whatever. Now, last hour, we were discussing who is the king of R&B. I personally am not mad at anybody who thinks they're the king. We all kings. We black men. Sometimes we need to remind ourselves of that. We all have crowns, and I believe in freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want, but that also means we, the people, have the freedom to tell you to shut the F up forever. All right? You tripping. And Jay Holiday happens to be one of those people we have to tell, shut the F up forever. He tripping. Now, Jay Holiday was recently outside of some establishment, and he decided to weigh in on who is the king of R&B discussion, and this happened.
That bull that man said, there's 3 kings of R&B. The first one sold 20 million on his first album. Are you valet? I'm not valet, baby. Not with a Gucci jacket on. I'm not valet, baby.
I love a real-time humbling. We have to listen to this again. Maybe I didn't set this up properly. Jay Holiday was outside of some establishment weighing in on who is the king of R&B.
I think it was out of Applebee's.
He was outside of an Applebee's?
I don't know.
Applebee's ain't got no valet. He was outside of some establishment that has valet and got mistaken for a valet. Let's hear this humbling again, please.
That bull that man said, there's 3 kings of R&B. The first one sold 20 million on his first album. Are you valet? I'm not valet, baby. Not with a Gucci jacket on. I'm not valet, baby.
Now, I'm hoping he was on IG Live because there's no way he recorded that and posted that himself, okay? In case you forgot who Jay Holiday is, we do have this little ditty of a record he got. Oh, I forgot this instrumental used to be so long in the beginning. Ooh. Still a jam. Still a jam. When he home for the holidays, he performs this for his family in the living room. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. All right, cut it off. You know what I'm saying? Now, drop on the clues bombs with Jay Holiday. You always get credit for bed. But you have to recognize when the universe is humbling you, Jay Holiday, okay? Jay Holiday has one hit, and that was Bed in 2007. Suffocate was a minor hit also in 2007. He hasn't been active anywhere but social media, but he decided to weigh in 2018 and say that he is one of the kings of R&B. Now, when God sent this messenger that asked Jay Holiday if he was a valet as a reminder to humble thyself, Jay Holiday didn't receive the message. Instead, he replied with this weird flex.
Not with a Gucci jacket on. I'm not valet, baby.
As if there is not a valet in America with a Gucci jacket. Maybe, just maybe, Jay Holiday, your jacket looked like a valet jacket. Now, drop on the clues bombs for all the valets around the world. Okay, I went to Career Trends to look up how much valets make. Now, the average valet parking attendant was $9.90 an hour. That was the pay, with an average yearly salary of $20,600. I know you may be saying to yourself, that's not a lot of money. Well, I think that's a very honorable living. Okay, drop on the clues bombs for all the valets around the world. It's an honest, honorable living. Now, I went to Google Jay Holiday's net worth. And when I Googled Jay Holiday's net worth, it said that he is worth a whopping 1 bed. Well, not even a bed, just a mattress. All right, Jay Holiday's net worth is one full-size mattress. No headboard, no footboard, no box spring, no bed frame, just a mattress. Now, it's a Doze Premium Hybrid mattress, so it's a great mattress. But the moral of the story is, Jay Holiday, you might want to think about getting a job as a valet so you can at least afford a full-size bed set. I think it's an honor for Jay Holiday to get mistaken for a valet, but it's a great possibility that a valet would be insulted if he was mistaken for Jay Holiday. I would rather be a valet making an honest, honorable 20 grand a year, putting food on my table, than be an R&B singer who hasn't had a hit in 10 years, who probably thinks he's too good to be a valet. See, I know your type. I know your type, Jay Holiday. You would rather starve to death in a Gucci jacket before you would work an honest living in order to put food on your table because you're still living in the past glory of having a record deal and one-hit single. Always remember, he who exalts himself will be humbled. He who humbles himself will be exalted. The audacity of you to think that a valet couldn't own a Gucci jacket. I really wish that valets all across the country would refuse to park Jay Holiday's car. But I don't think they'll ever get that chance. You know why? Because I highly doubt Jay Holiday has a car. All right? Look, word of advice for anyone listening, but especially Jay Holiday, humble yourself. Our life will do it for you. But the fact that, Jay Holiday hasn't had a hit since 2007 lets me know that life already has. Happy holidays, Jay Holiday. Please let Remy Ma give Jay Holiday the biggest hee-haw.
Hee-haw, hee-haw. You stupid motherfucker. Are you dumb?
Damn it, man. All right. Thank you for that donkey today.
Yes, sir.
Now, when we come back, of course, this is our 8 years on this radio, 8-year anniversary. So when we come back, we're going to play some of our best and most favorable moments, right?
Now listen, it was 8 years, what? Last
week, a couple days ago, yep.
So for the next couple of weeks leading up until Christmas break, we're going to be playing best ofs of the past 8 years.
Correct.
Okay, what we got today?
Lil Mama.
Which one?
The first interview.
I don't like that one.
That was the one where you allegedly made her cry.
Allegedly. That's not what happened, by the way.
And that was the story that went around the internet and
it's still going around the internet
and social media that
even
you
though I have
made Lil Mama cry.
Even though 8 years later I have a whole new face. People act like that happened yesterday.
And we're going to talk about that when we come back, because I had a gun pulled out on me. Remember that?
No, I don't.
We'll talk about it when we come back.
Deserved it.
No, I didn't. It was because of you.
Well, stop working with me.
All right. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Drop on the clues bombs for the Breakfast Club, damn it. We've been on for 8 years.
That's right. Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God, and we have been on this radio for 8 years.
Now, I know Fort Wayne, Indiana, who just joined the club this morning. They're one of our new markets. They're saying they haven't been on the radio for no damn 8 years. They just came on this morning. We're talking about, we started off as a radio show just in New York City.
Correct.
8 years ago.
8 years ago.
Power 105.1. Now, 8 years later, we're in like 100 plus markets. 150 countries. We're doing all right in this world.
Yeah, we tell everybody the first, I would say 7 to 8 months, 9 months was bad. It was pretty bad.
I was having fun, though.
I mean, yeah. We were having fun as the Breakfast Club. We would drink every day.
Oh, life was terrible then.
We would drink every day.
Lifestyle was horrible.
Yeah, eat horrible food.
I was drinking. Listen,
club. We was doing so much, man.
I had just moved back up here from South Carolina because I was living at home with my mom, and so I moved back up here by myself. So my now wife didn't move up here till like another couple years. Mm-hmm. So I was living the life. Yeah. I was sleeping with all type of women. I was drinking 100 miles per hour. We was in here high off drugs. Remember when I passed out on the floor, dehydrated,
in the
and had
fetal
to be rushed to the hospital, and y'all laughed. Y'all was just laughing at me like I wasn't dying.
Yeah. Remember that time I brought you guys edibles and we were laughing the whole show?
Laughing at him.
I'm surprised they kept this. I'm really surprised.
I'm surprised we kept ourselves. I'm just happy. I thank God for growth. I thank God for evolution.
Absolutely.
That day that I passed out on the floor and was dehydrated, and my wife flew up from South Carolina to take care of me, that's when I realized I got to get my life together and do right, not only by myself, but do right by her. Yep. And I damn sure did. I am amazing now.
Yeah,
if I'm not going to root for myself, who is?
You right.
Man? Drop on the clues bombs for me. All right, that's when my skin was all messed up and discolored, all because of lifestyle.
It was a little darker. Yeah, it was a little darker.
I was a terrible human being.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get to one of those moments where we weren't maybe the nicest.
This is a horrible moment. Go ahead.
Little Mama came up here.
I'm letting y'all know right now. I look back on this video and I don't like it. This is a video people try to use against me now.
I don't like it either.
First of all, you started it, and I'm glad everybody can go back and listen to this in hindsight and really see how this whole situation worked, because this is how this interview was supposed to go. We were told the night before Little Mama was coming.
Right.
Little Mama know I used to clown on her, just like everybody did back then. Like, everybody need to stop acting like they weren't clowning on Little Mama crazy back then, because y'all still do now.
Correct.
All right? And we were supposed to come in here and crack jokes on each other.
Right.
That is the way this interview was supposed to go.
Right. Let's listen.
No. My jokes were better. And I want everybody to know that I did not make Little Mama cry. Little Mama cried when Angela Yee brought up her mother passing away. Rest in peace to her mother. But I just want people to know that I really hate this video, and I don't even know why we're playing this.
All right, and then after the story, I'll tell you about the gun getting pulled out.
You deserved it.
All right, let's play.
I honestly can't believe that she showed up.
Little Mama. Now let's talk about Little Mama's her biggest thing in her life. Not the album, not the TV show.
Yes.
Standing on stage with Jay-Z.
Envy, stop
and
trying to
Alicia
come
Keys.
from my neck talking about the biggest thing in my life.
Yes, it was. That was the biggest thing.
Because white people who don't know who Lil Mama is, Asian people who don't know who Lil Mama is, people over right now in Africa who might not know who Lil Mama is, say, who the hell is that girl standing next to Alicia Keys and Jay-Z?
That's when I realized that you were delusional as hell. Because what made you feel like you could get up and go on stage with Alicia Keys and Jay-Z?
I mean, like, ever since, like, just being a kid, like, you know, I've always been a part of hip-hop. Just put it like that. You know, if you get your limelight, whether you're 16, you're 21, or wherever you at, you get your lime when you get your lime. But if you're a part of hip-hop, and if you're a child of hip-hop, you're going to always be a part of hip-hop. And maybe my love was misconcepted.
You should have just stayed in your seat,
showed
love for your seat.
That was my favorite part of the show.
You scared Jay-Z. Jay-Z was like, who's this young man trying to get on stage? They text me.
Yo, Charlamagne's son, his daughter, I just saw him, just beautiful. But anyway, I mean, I don't regret
Are you high?
it. I don't regret it.
You don't regret it, but
Lord.
you did apologize.
I'm high off the Lord.
Little Mama, you have a lot of confidence, and
Thank
that's
you.
a good thing.
Thank you.
But you have to actually, no, seriously, you actually have to accomplish a lot more before you come off as cocky as
But
you
I didn't come off as cocky. I come off as confident. I believe in God. I'm a high believer in God, and I know who I am. And I'm not gonna come up to a radio station or anywhere else and let anybody strip me of my pride. I know who I am. Because sometimes I get very excited and I get very angry, and I'm like, why is it that my community does not accept me and respect me for being a young black woman coming out of East New York, Brooklyn, and Harlem, and still being in television and whatever else that I could be a part of, to be a positive influence to other young girls that come from my community? The answer is that the people supported a part about me that I've sort of let go. Music, dance. That's where hip hop lives. So
yeah, you got to show and prove by actions and deeds, not words and lip service. You haven't put out no music in a long time. People know you for playing yourself, walking up on stage with Jay-Z and Alicia Keys.
Charlamagne, seriously,
that's the truth. Your team is the ones lying to you. I'm here sitting there telling you the truth. Ain't nobody checking for Little Mama in these streets.
Nah, I feel you though. But I mean, you
Envy, am I lying? You one of the biggest DJs out of Envy. Is anybody checking for Little Mama? Tell the truth. When the last time somebody said, yo, play a Little Mama record in the club?
Not at this present time.
When the last time I put out a record? Listen, okay, I've taken a step away from music already. I'm getting back into the music now.
Okay,
my
so
music
that's
will
the
speak
plan.
for itself. I'm not here to say what I'm gonna do. When I was 17 years old, I put out an album while my mother was dying of cancer. That right there alone is a struggle. That's hard.
Right.
That's tough for anybody. But my music will speak for itself. My actions will speak for itself. My mother will be proud. My father will be proud. At the end of the day. And nobody can stop me. Period. I'm just here to let y'all know what it is.
I think you got a real
take
story to
it
tell.
Or you leave it.
I think you got a real story to tell, and I think you should tell it. And, you know, stop focusing on the gimmicks and stop letting people
But I'm
make
not
you out
focused
to
on
be a
the gimmicks.
caricature. Because right now you're like a caricature yourself.
Well, Little Mom, I'm sure some of this stuff has to affect you in some way, and does it hurt your feelings?
I mean, none of this hurts my feelings. I just thinking about my struggle and thinking about how hard it really was losing my mom and having pressure from a label and everybody else asking me about an album and all of that stuff. Just to think about that. Of course, I'm going to get a little emotional. I'm a woman. Women are emotional. But at the end of the day, I'm a strong black woman. I know where I'm from and I know how I was built. So at the end of the day, none of this stuff can destroy me. Or else, when I did, like how y'all keep talking, bringing up about getting on stage with Jay-Z, when I'm supposed to be supported as a young black woman and people were supposed to say, get it together, fix yourself, everybody bashed me and tried to treat me like I was a criminal
Well, for the record, I thought it was fantastic.
Thank you. Me
Very
too.
entertaining.
And I definitely don't regret it.
It was a monumental moment.
R. Kelly peed on a little girl.
Right.
Rick Ross was a cop. You know why listen, you know why everybody still embraced them? Because they put out great records.
Right.
Say it in your music, little mama. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less.
For sure.
Say it through your music.
All right.
That's it.
I'm with
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Little Mama.
I hate that
Breakfast
interview.
Club.
The intervention.
The intervention.
It got crazy this morning.
I hate that interview, too.
I do not like that interview.
Well, let me just tell you.
But it's going to live forever online.
It
so
is.
There's nothing you can do about it. And it's turned into about 100 different memes.
It has.
Since then. I saw somebody posted Bow Wow posted it as trying to insult Little Mama.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
that's what we should have made cry. Bow Wow.
After that interview, I was in the city and I was pulled over. I don't know where I was going. And Little Mama's pops at the time did construction and he just happened to see me. And this was right after the interview, and he was like, "Can I talk to you for a second?" He was like, "Let me get in the car." I'm like, "No." He's like, "All right." So he walks back over to his car and puts something in his pocket, which was a gun. And can I talk to you for a second? No, you cannot talk to me. So let me ask you a question. You made my baby girl cry. I'm like, nope. He was like, I was like, nah, it wasn't because of that. I had to explain. So yeah, he really pressed me. He had a hammer out and everything. Thank God nothing happened to it. We all squashed it out, and I think we're all great, right?
I want to clues bombs for Little Mama's daddy.
He did what he was supposed to do.
He did what any daddy
absolutely
was supposed to do.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm not going to sit there
after that interview,
and act like he was wrong in any way, shape, or form. All right,
well,
if you was sitting at home, if you was sitting at home and you heard your little girl crying on the radio, you would pull a hammer on somebody too.
Absolutely.
So I am not mad at him at all.
Nope.
All right, drop one of the clues bombs for Little Mama's daddy. All right, but I think we've all grown and
we've grown
evolved
from there.
since then. Little Mama's been up here a couple of times since that
then,
interview.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Shout out to Little Mama.
Absolutely.
All right, when we come back, we have to get on. We got to talk Prodigy.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Prodigy.
Which interview was this now? Because he's been up here a few times. You pissed Prodigy off too.
Yeah, we'll talk about that when we come back. It's you said two. We'll talk about it. It's the Breakfast
Because you
Club
be in
morning.
here acting like you don't be in here gassing up stuff too. Okay, I always get the blame for everything, but don't act like you don't be throwing out that energy too.
Nah.
Especially back then.
Maybe. We'll talk about it when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. JNV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club is here. We celebrating 8 years on this radio. Now, next week, Friday, is our last day before Christmas break. So every day up until then, we're going to give you a couple of our best, worst moments of the past 8 years. Because we are the world's most dangerous, world's most problematic morning show. And, we have been the longest running urban morning show in New York City ever.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, all your favorite morning shows, line them up.
Yep.
Ed Lover, Star and Buck, Miss Jones, whoever. We've been on the air longer than all of them.
All right. Well, now we got to get into this next moment was Prodigy. Now, I got threatened by a lot of people, just to put this out there. But Prodigy came up here to talk about, this is, I think, right when he got out of jail. And was talking about sickle cell. He was talking about everything.
And he was being disrespectful.
I was not being disrespectful. I was asking, and he hated, I was asking him about the tutu.
That tutu thing was 10 years old at that
I know,
point.
but I just wanted to know how it came out. And it finally came out that they said, who put it out. But I asked him about it, and he hated
disrespectful
when I said tutu, to the point where he would text me and be like, next time I see you, I'm going to punch you in your face. Like,
he should have punched you in your face and, stabbed your brain with your nose bone.
Well, I'm glad he didn't. Well, let's get into that moment here.
Is it still, is it difficult to write those hardcore Mobb Deep records when you may not be living like that no more?
Nah, it's not difficult for me because it's just embedded in me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't difficult. A lot of the pain that comes out of me is from having growing up with sickle cell and just like feeling like I'm almost dying and really almost dying all my life. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like just got a lot of anger built up in me. So it's real easy for me to express my anger through the music.
See, you got the sickle cell tattoo. A lot of people wouldn't want to ink that. You know what I mean?
That's my medical badge, emergency badge. You know what I mean?
Now, speaking of sickle cell, I didn't know how serious sickle cell was until an aunt of mine came and visited, and she stayed with me a couple of days. And one day she'd be great, like good to go. We at the beach, everything is good. She's playing with the kids, and the next day she's effed up where she can't move.
Yeah, it's serious.
Is that how serious sickle cell is with you?
One time we was on tour with Big Pun. It was us, Pun, and I think Fat Joe was there. And we had just did a show. After the show, I get back to the hotel, and all of a sudden the pain just came out of nowhere. It hit me crazy. I couldn't even move. Like, my boys had to carry me to the car. I couldn't even walk or nothing. My boys had to carry me to the car, take me to the emergency room. And Pun, see how much pain I was in. I was, like, screaming in pain. Pun started crying. Like, that was crazy, yo.
Now, you say they rush you to the emergency. So when they get you to the emergency, what can they do for sickle cell?
They just give you, like, morphine until the pain goes away. It's like really no cure for it.
So there is no way that you it could just get hit any given minute. Right now, you could just have a sickle cell attacking.
It's not that fast, but it's like gradually. It can happen within like 30 minutes. Yeah.
Wow. You still get them often?
Nah, I ain't been sick in 5-6 years.
Oh. You think part of it was the way that you were drinking and living and
yeah, definitely.
Well, you look at you until you take a better care of yourself.
When I got locked up, I started working out every day. I started eating right. I started drinking like water like I was crazy, and it worked. Like,
so in a way, getting locked up might have actually helped.
Might have saved
your life. It saved my life. It definitely saved my life. Like, I was running around bugging, beefing with other rappers, and just doing a lot of dumb stuff, and you know, putting myself in risky positions where I might have to do something to somebody or somebody can do something to me. Like, you know what I mean? So it was a good thing I got locked up, man, in more ways than one.
So when you came home, all your beefing that you was doing with other rappers, everything got squashed?
Yeah, I reached out to a bunch of people, man, like, yo, listen, man, I'm sorry, yo, I was bugging, dog. You know what I'm saying? I was young-minded, stupid. I apologize.
And people were receptive.
Yeah, and everybody I reached out to was like, yo, that's real. You know, Nori, just different people, man. Me and Joe Buttons had a conversation. You know, me and Jim Jones had a conversation. Me and Rick Ross had a conversation. Like, me and Sheik Luch had a conversation. Like, a lot of people I reached out to, man.
What about Jay-Z?
Yeah, we've been had a conversation. Like, we've been put that behind us a long time ago. Right, the winter after Summer Jam, they threw me on the screen with my Michael Jackson outfit on.
It was Tutu.
Nah, it wasn't no a tutu in my pocket.
Yeah, so rest in peace to Prodigy, man. Great, one of the best lyricists out there. Best lyricists ever.
Craziest thing about being on the radio 8 years, I don't think people realize how long 8 years is. That's like high school, that's college, that's 2 presidential terms. The craziest thing about being on the radio 8 years, and I can only imagine how people like Tom Joyner, Elvis Duran, you know, how those guys feel because they've been on forever. But watching people live and watching people die. Like, we've literally watched people grow up on this radio, and we've interviewed a lot of people who have passed away. You know, rest in peace, Mac Miller, Prodigy, Charlie Murphy, Combat Jack, Dick Gregory.
Right.
And I know I'm missing some people probably.
Yeah, real sad. But, you know, and it's you see them, like I would see Prodigy so much. And in the clubs, in the studio, wherever. Now, you know, when he passed, it was like, damn, it's like you missed that experience.
Yeah, you take it for granted.
Definitely take it for granted.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll be back. Keep it locked. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get to these rumors. Let's talk Charlamagne Kardashian.
Listen up. It's just in. All the gossip. The Rumor Report. Gossip. With Angela Yee.
It's The Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
Now, it's official. Leonard Kardashian is now in the building. We knew when he was making
My name is Leonard, sir.
Leonard Kardashian. See, that's why he changed the way he was eating. He started working out. He knew he was going to be on television. So, what are you doing on the Kardashian show, Leonard?
I have no idea. I don't remember when we taped this.
Let's hear the audio.
Kanye is doing press while he's here in Wyoming, so he's going to have a chance to talk to Charlamagne and just express how he feels.
People see you running around in the Make America Great Again hat. Your blackness will be questioned.
Yeah, see,
when
that's...
you out here saying you love Trump, your blackness will be questioned. Especially a guy that's directly trying to oppress us, trying to marginalize us.
I'm not saying the policies. I'm talking about the fact that this person was not supposed to do that. How many times you hear somebody say, everybody hates Trump, right? I got love. I'm leading with love. That's my main message that's getting clouded.
Did you try Kylie's lipstick?
Man, shut up. That's when we was in Wyoming. I flew into Wyoming for the day. But, I mean, we weren't having an interview or nothing like that. Not that I knew of. But, you know, the camera's always rolling when you're around Kim and Kanye.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just question, whose derriere is bigger, yours or Kanye's?
Derriere.
But, ass?
I don't like this question. You're making me feel uncomfortable. Should I go to HR? Asking me about my derriere?
No.
I might use this clip against you later on in life, Envy. You never know.
All right.
Somebody edit this clip for me, please, so I can have it just in case I need it.
No. All right. Now let's talk Hov. Hov talks his favorite songs of 2018.
Talk to me.
Can you guess some of these songs that are on there?
No, but I don't. It's crazy to me that everybody acts like just because Hov is 49, he's not in tune with what's going on out here in these streets. So tell me some of these records.
All right, Pusha T, If You Know, You Know.
Okay, that's adult contemporary trap music, so I expect that one.
Lil Baby, Gunna, Drip Too Hard.
That's a great record. This is a great record. I don't know. And yo, if you listen to Jay-Z historically, Jay-Z's always rapped over what was new. He jumped on the high instrumental back in the day. When Houston was popping, he jumped on that. When Oakland was popping, he jumped on that. So, I mean, that's not surprising that he picked Lil Baby and Gunna.
All right. Rich the Kid, Plug Walk.
Okay. Tough tune.
Mozzie, Walk Up. Nas, Kanye West, Cop Shot the Kid, Cops.
I like the record.
Cop Shot the Kid, Cop Shot the Kid.
I wasn't a fan of the Nas project like that. It was cool, but that was probably my favorite song of it.
Kids See Ghosts, Ty Dolla $ign, Free.
Oh, I love that record. Yeah, I love that record. That's actually Ghost Town Part 2, because Ghost Town Part 1 is on Kanye's album. It's really dope.
Kodak Black, ZZ. Travis Scott, Sicko Mode. Drake, Emotionless, and That's How You Feel.
Great records.
King's Dead, J-Rock, Kendrick Lamar, Future.
I didn't like that one.
Lil Wayne, Swiss Beats, The Uproar.
I didn't really like that either.
Sheck West, Mobama. Nipsey Hussle, Double Up.
Yes.
Let's see what else was on this list. West Side Gun, Benny, Conway, Brutus.
No,
I don't know that one. And Metro Boomin, Gunna, Space Cadet.
Okay. He added one last night, too.
Which one?
He added Sojourner, J. Cole featuring Rhapsody.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
You know that record where Rhapsody washed J. Cole on it, but for whatever reason, people weren't paying it any attention. I keep telling y'all Rhapsody is the best lyricist out here, but y'all be telling me I'm tripping.
He ain't put Lil Duval on there, man.
That's not a rap record, though.
Why not? They rap.
Because Lil Duval is the king of R&B. Show some damn respect. And when he drops his next single featuring somebody who's about to get indicted, or who just got indicted, okay, y'all gonna realize that Lil Duval is really the king of R&B.
All right.
Okay?
All right. Well, that is your rumor report. Up next, we got the mix, the People's Choice mix. Get your request in. Revolt. We'll see you tomorrow. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.